All right, I think we are ready, so we'll give it a shot and see if it's actually working. All right, let me take a listen and a look at the possible transmitted item. I think it's still working.
Sounding good.
Okay, well, I guess the only thing to say is that you are listening to the Old Tube Radio Network.
You may not find us on your TV, because in case you did not know, we're being brought to you by OTR. Brought to you by 27.085 megahertz. Brought to you by RADI. The Old Tube Radio Network.
Yeah, red hot radio. The Old Tube Radio Network. I don't even think it made 100 degrees today. I think it was only 99, but we are having a great 4th of July celebration barbecue out in the green room, the Jingle Singers and everybody else. So I hope you can come by tonight and join us with your tube radios, your shortwave listening stations, and all those things that one does on a Saturday evening. I know a lot of you are traveling somewhere or might not be with us tonight, or maybe you'll be listening in via oldtuberadio.net. We are up and running there. The video is up. I put the link up late, so if you're watching last week's episode, go back to the link and click on it, and things will be good. Just checking all the meters and transmitters and everything. Looks like we might have okay stuff here. Anyway, the Old Tube Radio Network, real radios glowing in the dark, the Citizen Band radios from 1958 to 1978, that if you look through the little top of the set, you would see glowing devices in there, and then the radio might even be hot. When it's turned on, or in this case here in Central Valley, it would be hot when it's turned off, but it'll be working correctly when it's turned on, and we will be chatting with our radio collectors and Old Tube radio operators tonight, the shortwave listeners, of course. Something we've been doing for 35 years. Maybe it's 36 years. I've lost count, but we've been doing it for a long time here on 2785 Channel 11 to give you all the flavor of what it might have sounded like back in the day, and maybe just the CB radio that you remember. It'll be like that tonight. So here we go with our shortwave listener roll call. Tube radios are coming up. And for me to do that, I have to have the list in front of me, which I will do, and we'll see if 00, and I think that is Dean. If you're playing the home game, you're at 7/3/2021 on the date. Hello, 00, over.
00, 61, checking in, Dennis.
All right, and you've got 61 dB of over S9. You're sounding good tonight, and thanks for getting us started off. If I don't catch you on the regular check-in, I will get you checked in there as well.
Thank you, Dennis.
All right, that's 61 Mr. Copenhagen, who also sounds good on the Friday night sideband net. Let's see, I need to switch. What do I need to do? I need to switch my piece of paper here, get things on the right page, and get everybody checked in. We'll get the check-in for SWL number 1, Dr. J, one of the stations that was smart enough to say, we need to do an Old Tube Radio Network thing so long ago. Another guy who was right there with 9 pounds, good modulation, and saying, we need to gather on Channel 11. Mr. OBP, listening and watching in on the video tonight, says 6 meters is possibly open. The sunspot numbers are 72. It's been a long time since we've gotten those nice numbers up, but those who have been listening on the bands anywhere are certainly aware that we are having some pretty good conditions for the beginning of cycle 25 and are hoping that things may be really, really good when we start rocking and rolling on cycle 25. Did I mention that the old Tube Radio Network, we're not a club, just a voluntary association of people who believe that you should get on the radio at least once a week and talk and do whatever you're supposed to do, and that's what we are doing here tonight. I'm looking for my list here. Here we go. We are looking for SWL3. I will get 3 checked in via proxy, via the Facebook page, SWL4. SWL5. SWL number 6. And I heard this station in earlier, sounding great. SWL7.
SWL7 checking in.
All right, sounding good. You've got that thing dialed up on AM. It is just knocking me off the chair here on the headphoniums. Thanks for checking in. Then we head up to Idaho, where the temperatures are certainly in the triple digits depending on where you are. And that would be SWL10 Chrissy. And I will keep an eye out for 10 and 30 on the video page. And I haven't heard much DX activity, and there wasn't much last night, Friday, on the Ditchbanks sideband net, but that's not to say we aren't going to have some more here. Over to SWL 13. And that is Mike, and I will be adjusting and reconfiguring all my chat pages here to make sure that I catch you when you check in. Oh, also the Echo link, the 23 Skidoo Echo link is up, and I believe I am connected. You can find it by looking for the old Tube Radio Network under the location, or go to node 354870. And we'll chat with you there when we can, get you picked up. Let's do SWL 14. Shortwave listener number 16. And did I see Charles out there somewhere? Oh, he's on the video page amongst other places, saying hello, radio. Checking in tonight from Rapid City. All right. So okay from Rapid City. Hope all is going well out there tonight, and we've got you checked in. Over to SWL 17. SWL 18. And Mikey was on Facebook, asked for a check-in, which he will get. Over to Derby, New York, by way of Belfast, Maine. And tonight, Chet is, he's working everything. I think he's helping filling in for Charlie tonight. So thank you for the double duty, and we've got you checked in as he's right underneath the footlights here, holding up the cue cards, making sure that I only make a slight fool of myself. Let's go over to SWL 20. And I think Harvey said that he might be out and about tonight, so I'm getting him a check-in. And Harvey, if you're one of our listeners, who's listening in? Let's go to the big board. Up in the balcony, hello to Fresno, Lucasville, Ohio, Dallas, Georgia. We'll be coming to you. Kerman, California, Dix, Illinois. It's been a long time since we've seen that station listening in. Mold, our stations from MOLD. Remember, what was the radio? It was Harry Chapin, but that was WOLD. This is MOLD, where it is 4 in the morning, probably 5 in the morning. I don't know. There's a time change here, but it's in the morning. The sun is just coming up. It's partly cloudy, 58 degrees, in Mold, a Welsh town and community in Flintshire on the river. Is it Allen? I'm going to mispronounce that. And it's the county town and administrative seat of Flintshire County Council. So welcome listening into the Old Tube Radio Network here tonight. I have a feeling our conditions won't be that good to hear you on the air, but thanks for tuning us in. Who else was in? Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Moncks Corner, South Carolina, as always. Temecula, down in Temecula. I wonder if that's Richard coming in tonight. Canby, Oregon. We'll check the temperature out there a little bit later, and a host of others listening in tonight. SWL 21, Mr. JT, who is around? JT, I apologize. I was super busy. I dialed in Old Radio Night tonight, and I had it on my screen, and it has gone away. Where did it go? Let's go back, because I think you were running the tram. Yeah, you were on the big tram radio. I really like that radio. That's got the big S meter that they used on the. And let's see. You know, it won't load. Well, we'll come back to it. It won't load the page. So maybe it's still checking it out. It's one of those things when you get too much audio, it takes a while to get the video going. There it is. Let me bring up what was going on Old Radio Night tonight. And because the page is so small, I can't tell what you were doing. No, it's you've got the tram Titan 2 Courier BL100 reverse preamp on Old Radio Night.
Going to the one over on College Park. I'm going to this place out on Central Car, Lead Yard Barbecue Company. Oh, okay. Yeah, a couple days ago, as a matter of fact.
Listen to the thump when he keys that radio.
Yeah. I hope that,
listen to that big snap, big thump. That's the tram Titan. I don't know if we'll have any check-in tonight, but we will be listening, JT, from the South Carolina Wasama Swamps on Old Radio Night moments ago. Thanks for checking in. Over to SWL 22.
Dennis?
This is the basic Dennis.
I've got a high noise level due to my air conditioner, so I had to turn it off. Check me in, and 29 and 54.
Okay, will do. Don't turn off the air conditioner too long. You are actually there. I checked you in because I thought you might be out doing your thing, but you sound good. So when appropriate, to give us a call here.
Okay. With the air conditioner on, it's hard to hear you. So pump it up, or I have to sweat.
No, we don't want that to happen. I have a similar thing. When I turn on, I've got some LED porch lights and the floodlights that light up the house. And when those things are on, bad news for 11-meter receive. And I don't know what the deal is with that. So I know what you're talking about. All right, thanks for checking in.
Station.
And the station, go ahead, over.
Yeah, I just wanted to wish Harvey a happy 4th of July and all the best over there. Dennis at Tower of Power waving a hand.
Thank you, Dennis. Back right at you, same. Take care. We're out.
Now, there's a station that can always make it through the noise.
Not little old me.
I think that's why they call him the Tower of Power. And direct and net roll calls where we're at. We're on page 1 if you're playing the home game. And coming up, let me switch my pages here, is 23 Skidoo, Mitch, who may or may not be out and about on the Echolink link. So I'm going to go over to Echolink and make sure I've got that set up right and see if we can get a hold of 23 Skidoo. KB6 GFD, hello, Mitch, over. And see if he's out on the Facebook. On the Echolink. There's a bit of a delay, but he might be.
Hello, Dennis, and good evening to all the listeners. Happy 4th of July. Checking in from the beach here along Santa Cruz, where the party is in full swing. And just wanted to make a shout out to any listeners in the Pottstown, Pennsylvania area. Those guys back there run an awesome classic radio roundup with lots of good old tube radios on Wednesday evenings on Channel 13 at 8 o'clock Eastern. So if you're not familiar with that one, get on the air back in the greater Pottstown area. Check. Back to you, Dennis, KA3TED.
All right, sounding good. Let me get to the right transmit button. Very good. All right, yeah, that group has been going on for a long time. I've learned a few things from listening in up there in the Pottstown borough in Montgomery County. It is 62 degrees there, coming up to it's 11:19, I think, coming up to midnight. So thanks for staying up late with us in Pottstown tonight, and really like what you guys do there with the old radio stuff, like we do here in Central California. Thanks for tuning us in tonight. Okay, Mitch, and also thanks for the link up here on Echolink. Back to you.
Okay, Dennis, very good. Have a great show, and happy 4th to all the listeners.
All right, 73 KV6 GFD. And that's Mitch on the Echo link. Get you checked in. And sounding good. All right, let's go over to SWL 24. SWL 25.
Good evening, Dennis. Happy 4th of July. 25 checking in, and fresh back from playing in Mariposa for the Butterfly Festival. Didn't see one butterfly, though. And incidentally, Miss Julie says hello, so please check in 74 as well. Thanks, Dennis.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the Butterfly Festival. There were a couple in the yard the other day, and I don't know. I doubt they were monarchs. The monarch butterflies. I've got some milkweed plants which are supposed to attract those butterflies, so maybe we can do better next time. You are sounding good. I will get Miss Julie, who is probably taking care of the pool and the treats and everything else, and relaxing. We will get her checked in as well. Thanks for listening in.
No problem, Dennis. Thank you for your 35 years plus of service. And the only butterflies that I discovered were in the grill of my truck. Anyway, back to you, Dennis.
Okay, very good. Thanks for that. Yeah, 35 years. There's been a lot of net controllers, a lot of SWLs, and a lot of radios. I'm waiting for the millionth tube. I don't know if I'll be net controller when that happens, but apparently when the millionth tube is checked in, confetti and balloons will come raining down out of the sky. So we will see if that works. And I noticed that 23 Kadu says he is checking in via CW, and that's colossal waves, as he is out at the beach, where I'm sure it is. It is certainly not 95 or 96 degrees like it is here. But like I said, I'm out of uniform. I was behind the rack down in Studio B, the green room, working on the barbecue. So they're having a good time over there. Let's head over to SWL 27.
27's checking in.
27 checking in on the RF radio. Sounding good. I don't know which radio you're braving the heat in tonight, but it sounds good. Over.
Yeah, it's the Robin Tango 123 Bravo.
Sounding good, and I'll make a note that you were on that, but as you know, you can get it checked in before we sign out tonight. Thanks for listening.
Roger.
Okay, 27, 28. I guess it's too hot to get. I haven't heard the sporadic E-skip, although when 6 opens, that's sort of what's going on. But our next listener, Gary, out there in Sacramento, would be a station I'd be listening for. Hi, Gary. Says, happy 4th of July, everyone, and he's ready for a safe and sane, spectacular show. It will be safe. If I'm not talking, it will be sane, and you never know. I was going to open the window in the back because I think there's going to be a lot of noise tonight, maybe. I know it's not the 4th of July, but people have been sort of, pun intended, jumping the gun here on fireworks and things, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for checking in, Gary. We've got a proxy check-in for Mr. Loner. Still looking for 10 and 30. They might be doing some 4th of July celebrations, so I've got Chrissy and Dwayne proxied in, but we'll be looking for them on the big board or perhaps over the air. Okay, going to SWL 31. SWL 32. Shortwave listener 33. That's myself, the Jingle Singers. Anybody that happens to wander in here and wants to get a check-in, the honking proboscis of Bozo Control. Over to the busiest guy this side of Facebook, Jimmy, SWL 34 Railroader. And he's probably doing some family stuff. I'll get Jimmy checked in, who does a good job at the Old Tube CB Radio Network Facebook page. And JT, I just noticed here, JT says he's going to be listening in the horizontal mode tonight because it's been a long day. It has been a long day. It's been hot. I've been doing stuff, but I will have at least another couple hours left in me before I fall out of the chair. And he says he's listening to, hoping to hear Chuckles and Vinegar tonight. Yeah, you know, those two tragic clowns from Fresno, I'm not sure if the ankle bracelets let them go far enough to talk on a microphone, but we'll see. We'll see with that. Good old Chuckles and Vinegar. They've been showing up. I'll fix the window cadaver, see what we can do when we start checking in radios. I think we'll be past the gray line here. Over to SWL 35, Mr. Bill. Let me check to see if he's listening tonight.
Frank, OTR.
And I'm looking to see if Bill is on. Not quite yet, but he may show up from cool Cheyenne, Wyoming. And let's see. Let me go to page 1. The break OTR. I think that is Joseph. Hello, 24.
24, check it in.
All right, we got you checked in. Thanks for listening. Real Radio's Glowing in the Dark. Coming up after the roll call, your classic 11-meter Class D style radios. I think we would take check-ins on non-Class D. What would that be? That would be the radios produced before 1959 and 1958 that have an 11-meter position, but aren't Class D. Helicrafters, Collins, Johnson, Barker, and Williams, 2100 Gonset. You know the kind. So if it's got 11 meters and it's glowing in the dark, we will get it checked in. Over to SWL 36. SWL 37.
SWL 37, and good evening, Dennis.
And good evening. Sound like you have had a busy day today, but you have found your way into the radio room, and we've got you checked in.
Yeah, I got in here 10 minutes to 8 when I got home.
I've done that before. But you're sounding good. All right, back to all the things that you were supposed to be doing, but you weren't there. So we got you checked in.
All right, I'll be back after a while.
37 is in SWL 38. Shortwave listener 39. And I need to check my receiver. It seems incredibly quiet. Maybe I need to open the RF gain up a little bit. Yeah, that's good. I'll leave it right there. Plus, I forgot I got the noise gate running on the receive side. SWL 40. SWL 41. I haven't scrolled through the chat page to see who's out there. Old Timey Radio. Hello. You are checking in and sounding good tonight. Paul Williams. I don't think he's the singer, but he might be. Hello, Paul. Paul W. checking in tonight. Also, Jim M. Prospect, Connecticut guest. We're having technical difficulties, so I'll catch you later. Well, we're working good here, so if your provider has gotten their act together, you might still be in listening and sounding good. Hello to Popcorn 913, who is up in the balcony with the popcorn such that it is flash.com. Repo Man 832 is saying hello to you from the Old Tube Radio Network. And there is Jim. Okay, Jimmy's in, checking in from outside of Atlanta this week on vacation. A lot of people are on vacation, which makes sense, getting the extra holiday. And I think a lot of people are just like, I haven't been able to do anything for how many months? A year? So this is a big deal. I hope you're doing well and the family is having a good time. And thanks for putting up the media device and checking into the Old Tube Radio Network. And I will make sure that I've got Railroader checked in. Oh, you know what? I've got the. Hold on. Where's the whistle that I can never do right? We'll try it one more time. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I can do that. Let's do this better. We can do this better. As we go through the tunnel.
That was great.
Directing that roll call, you should be on page 2. That's where I'm at. Doesn't mean I'm on the right page. 41, Mr. Road Dog 507. There he is. I just had to wait. Maybe out of New York tonight, checking in from Hudson Valley, of course. Happy July 4th, everyone. From Worldwide Sidebander 507. Okay, thanks for that. 41. Let's go to SWL 42.
Yeah, let's proxy in 42 in the game.
All right. Can do that, no problem. Yeah, let's see. I changed my meters. I gotta watch and listen to make sure that I'm actually putting out some audio here sometimes. 42 is in. SWL 43. Got a note to proxy in 43, which I will do. SWL 44. SWL 45.
45, check it in. Sure noisy tonight.
Yeah, you are not the only one complaining about the noise, so pull out those sets with the good receivers. You know I'm, what do they say? What do they say on CB radio, a mud duck? But we will try our best. You are sounding great here into Midtown Fresno.
Yeah, I can read you real good too, Dennis. We'll make it.
All right, sounding good. Hope you and Kelly are having the safe and sane 4th of July up there. Thanks. Over to SWL 46. And I'll be surprised if this guy is either not by the barbecue or somewhere far, far away. SWL 47.
Oh, yeah. Good evening from the Radio Lounge, where we've managed to get the entire Marine Band, along with John Philip Sousa, in here to wish everyone happy 100. Gosh, how many? Is it 145? 145th birthday of this nation? Well, something like that. Anyways, good evening again from the Radio Lounge 47.
All right, it's probably about 245. Thanks for the stars and stripes. And you're putting the Jingle Singers to shame, but they all stood to attention there, so they did hear it.
Oh yeah, 245, and yes, rest assured, the Stars and Stripes that you just heard was public domain, and actually it was a free download from the actual Marine Band webpage, so no copyright infringements here.
Yeah, we'll see if it gets tagged. They put a little tag on there saying, no. But we'll see. I think Espresso Trucking Company is such a big deal now. They always get tagged because they're big stuff. But John Philip Sousa, he's been around long enough. Thanks. Sounding good. 244. All right, that's what I thought. SWO 48. Let's take a moment out to say hello to SWL10. Chrissy checking in on the YouTube video page. Also, Dwayne, SWL30 up there in Idaho, where it might have gotten to 100. I think it only made it to 99 here in Fresno. You guys in Idaho have been hotter than Fresno. That is kind of unusual for June. But then unusual things do happen. Let's go over to SWL49. SWL50.
Here.
I like it. He stood up, sat down here, and he's back to the popcorn and whatever they got, the snow cones. All right, we got you checked in.
OTR.
The break OTR, go ahead, over.
Evening time, Dennis. Evening time, Mark. Mr. 50 up on the hill. Hopefully you're over your heat exhaustion yesterday, but 650 over here on Pinedale Control, checking in early.
Okay, no problem. Pinedale is alive and well and working good tonight through the noise. It's not very noisy here, and you sound great. Thanks for checking in, and have a great 4th.
And for you two and all the other SWL listeners, everybody have a good, safe, and sane fireworks tomorrow.
And they'll start early. I'm surprised I haven't been hearing things crashing tonight. Let's all say, oops, there we go right there. Let's all say hello to the Google bots from Mountain View who are tuning in right now up on the balcony, checking things out. They're the dudes with that flashlight with the red thing on the end. Remember that? Make sure you're not putting your feet on the back of the chair and that your jujubes and popcorn, you're not sticking them to the floor. All right, they're out there watching. 51, Mr. 305, who says he's got a high noise level tonight, but checking in and saying hello, radio. Dave is checking in from the video side tonight. 305 Sanger, we've got you. Over to SWL 52. All right, my screens are not where they should be. Sometimes Aaron manages to find a sneaky way to check in, so I'll be listening to him. We do have, let me check. I think we've got did I turn it down? I've got the crossband up. Mostly
cloudy.
Yeah, all right. We got the crossband audio up if you're doing it that way. Over to SWL 53.
Hello, Dennis. 53 checking in, and happy 4th of July, and thank you for the service and all military there, 10-4.
As they say on CB Radio, 10-4, and thanks for checking in.
Heck check.
And hey, there is 35, Mr. Bill. Let me go back up the board a bit. Checking in from Cheyenne, Wyoming, where I bet they have. I've been in Cheyenne. They have one big whopping 4th of July celebration out there. They don't have to worry about. They don't have to worry about safe nor sane. Just do what you want to do. All right, Bill, we got you checked in. Hope all is going well with Red Monkey Communications. SWL 54, Mr. Board Jammer's checked in. Let's go up the hill to SWL 55. I can't remember. I thought he checked in last night on the Ditch Banks net. Let's go to out there by Gazebo Gardens. But was it Thursday night, Friday night? They have some great stuff going on. SWL 55.
55 or 56?
I'm sorry, SWO 56. We did 55 already, and he isn't anywhere close to Gazebo Gardens.
Well, okay, we'll try this again. Good evening, Dennis in the net. 56, just for kicks.
Sounding good as always. I'm checking the APRS. I don't see a running man. You know what they're showing? They've got this fire thing now going on. They're showing that there's a fire report southbound 99 at Fresno Street, and a fire report southbound 99 at Ventura off-ramp. So if you're heading out in the freeways, stay off of those off-ramps because they're doing bad things. Thanks, Phil. Who's next? 56 is in SWL 57. Brown Dog Audio right there on the list tonight. Are you traveling, or are you in central Kentucky? And just checking back, just back from seeing the bombs bursting in air. Happy Independence Day, everyone. God bless the U.S. and Old Glory, still standing. Yes, indeed. All right, thank you there. And this sounds like you had a good show, a good Skyward show. 57 is in. Let's go to SWL 58. And you know what? I think earlier, let me check who's listening in. I thought I saw what I thought might have been 57 listening in. Kerman, hello to you. Hello to Lucasville, Ohio, just joining us. So, you know, I'll get Jeremy checked in. I thought he was listening. SWL 59. SWL 60.
Thank you, Dennis. Evening time to all the crew out there. Let's get Big Jake's bass checked in. The DX2527.
And sounding good as always. I'll make a little circle because it's actually on the list. It says Jake, Mr. 2901, the DX2527 radio. We'll circle that and put an X in the square. You're sounding good.
Thank you, Dennis.
Direct net roll calls where we're at. The radios will be coming up shortly here on the old Tube Radio Network. That's interesting. We call it the old Tube Radio Network, and we check in old Tube radios. At least we got something right. The guy that checked in as 00 and got things started off, I don't know if he's back out in the heat or whatever to say hello radio, but 61, if you're there, we'll check you in again. Yeah, I'm just saying hello, radio, as we get you checked in again over.
Thank you, sir. It's been an honor to be 00. Thank you for choosing me. You guys have a nice weekend. Happy 4th.
All right, well, I don't have much to do with it. Stations that SWLs that have a perfect attendance get thrown in the bin, and Bozo Control brings it in, and I pick somebody out. So, yeah, don't you wish the lottery was that easy? But then again, if your chances were 1 in 35 or 1 in 26 or whatever it is, we might all be putting $1 into the lottery because we might not be instant losers. All right, next is SWL 62. SWL 63, Butterbean, North Georgia. He was in Old Radio Night tonight. Butterbean, if you're listening, we've got you checked in on the old Tube Radio Network. And Captain Robert, hello to you. It said, give a bozo honk for the happy 4th of July. All right. We never encourage Bozo Control to honk the proboscis because we have learned from experience that it may not stop. Got you checked in. Over to SWL 64. Shortwave listener 65. SWL 66. SWL 67, Bill up in Canby. I think he's still out there listening. Brave in the heat. I don't know. Let's check the temperature in Canby. Last week at this time it was 98. It is 83. That is certainly a little bit more user-friendly, as it were. So, all right, things are calming down a bit. May still be a bit warm, but you will take, right? We will take that instead of the 98. Thanks for checking in tonight. Hello to 700 Weed Killer checking in. Saying hello to all the group, the Tube Radio operators, the SWLs, and a happy Independence Day. SWL 68. So hello to our station up there in the balcony, tuning in from Bentonville, Arkansas. Then we are going to SWL 69. That's Kenny up in Tulsa. I'm looking to see if Kenny's staying up late with us tonight. Doesn't appear to be, but I bet he is watching the video replay. Kenny, I'm waving my hand to you on Saturday evening at about 8:42. So whenever you're watching this, that's when that wave took place, and we got you checked in. Also, Superloop is in. Hello, Greg. Saying hello to the group. S9 Radio 388. The Wiki Whack is in listening. Boy, we have not had the nice little sporadic short hop conditions. At least I haven't heard of them like they had been a couple of weeks ago, but that doesn't mean that they can't happen. We are looking for SWL 70. SWL 71, that is our Dallas, Georgia station. Stan is checking in. One of the Mr. announcers out there. Thanks for listening in from Georgia tonight. And I missed Sam Spade. Hello, greetings from the coast of South Carolina. Remember listening to that program on old radio, and probably old tube radios, beating out Sam Spade. And if I was good, I would remember who was Sam Spade. I want to say, was it Robert Conrad? There's probably a couple of Sam Spades, but I do not have, I'm not going to cheat and Google it, but somebody will probably tell me how many people played Sam Spade on the radio. Over to SWL 72. SWL 73. Got 74 checked in earlier, who is making sure all goes well out there on the big Madera Heights Ranch. Over to SWL 75. SWL 77.
Well, good evening, Dennis and Annette, and boy, it's just been great sitting here most of the day, enjoying the radio. I hope everybody has a great 4th of July, and we're looking forward to many more. 77 on the Tower of Power in the Tower District, checking in.
And sounding good, doing it. Stay cool over there in the tower. Actually, if you're in the tower, you are cool. Even if it's 100 degrees. That's what the tower is all about. Let's go over to SWL 78. Richard, I see you somewhere. Where did I see you? Up on the big board, checking in from warm, wild Wildemar out there in Southern California. Sounding good. I have not been checking 40 meters lately on the morning nets. I've been busy out chopping wood and weeds and all sorts of stuff. We have that street collection thing coming by, so I have been I've been giving myself heat stroke rather than playing on the radio. And then let me tell you, playing on the radio is a lot more fun. Let's go over to SWL 79. SWL 80. And Richard said 40 meters has been dead. You know what? Let's see what's going on 40 right now. Got the broadcast stations in. Anybody, anywhere. There's somebody CQing. I didn't hear if it was a 6 or a 3, but that's the sorry condition of the band tonight. On 40 meters. So what's coming up next? Oh, hold on. We have to jump into, we're changing the page here, up to page 4, over to the Bob and Steve show. Find out what's going on. You can see I've had a good time. I've been over in the green room tonight, having a good time with the barbecue, so I'm appropriately dressed tonight.
27.085 OTR, Channel 11.
And let's see, tonight going on in the green room. Let me get the skinny on that. Time to celebrate the 4th of July, Independence Day, Fresno, California, and everywhere else. Parks and campgrounds are open, and they are crowded. Somebody said the line going up to Yosemite yesterday this morning was a half a mile long going into Yosemite. So the parks are open. Best place to have fun, and I agree, the best place to have fun is right here on the OTR network. You will not have to wait in line. The limousines are running. There are no lines for the limousines tonight. And stay safe and healthy. There's always fireworks here on 27085, that's for sure. Now, Bob and Steve are taking the Jingle Singers to the fireworks show tomorrow in the big red limo. I will get a picture. I've got that picture. I don't have it queued up. But I will show you a picture of the big red limo. And you know what? It fits all the Jingle Singers. It fits it fits the microphones. It fits Mr. Announcer. It fits the band. It fits everybody. But when you see a picture of that, you will know why. At the bar tonight, from the great state of Nebraska, let's see, the Omaha steaks cooked on the grill to the way you like them. Scalloped potatoes, corn on the cob, mac and cheese, onion rings, and hot, fresh, baked Italian bread toasted to perfection with butter and garlic. I'm not a garlic guy, so I asked them to leave off the garlic, and they did. So if you don't like the garlic, they'll fix you up. The pop and beer is on Bob and Steve tonight. Well, thank you, Bob and Steve. And notice they didn't say anything about the Costco card, so they're helping me out. They're helping us out. And then come on down to the green room and enjoy the 4th. I've got my luau shirt on tonight, so have fun with the old Tube Radio Network tonight. And don't forget to feed the fish and me. I'm ready for some popcorn and an It's It, I think, plus all the good stuff that are there. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Bob and Steve. And we are having a great 4th of July celebration. All right, coming back up to the proper page here, SWL 81. I will have to check to see if Steve Reno, I thought he might have been in there a little bit earlier, but it might have scrolled off my screen. So, Steve, if you're there, I will find you and get you checked in, or wherever you might be. But we'll get you checked in tonight. Over to SWL 82.
82 from the Ditch Banks of Iowa. Good evening.
Sounding good from the Ditch Banks. I don't know if your noise level is wacky out there tonight. The radio and antenna sound good. And you might hear that very voice, Mr. 82, Ron, on Friday nights on the Ditch Banks Sideband Net. Everyone is welcome. It is here in Central California, Friday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, on 36 lower, 26-365, and yes, indeed, there's a spot for visitors and check-ins to say hello. So stop, as they say, stop by, won't you?
All right, thanks, Dennis.
Continuing on, we've got radios coming up. So if you are warming up a radio, or such that it is, or it's already warm and ready to go, we will be talking with you. SWL 83. SWL 84. Got a proxy in for 84. SWL 85. We also have check-ins for 86, 87, and 88. That's the Mountain Maid, Tandy Girl, and the Snowy Owl, respectively. Or not respectively, if they're not sitting in the right chairs, I guess. SWL 89. Check in Darren from Facebook. Might be out there pedaling the bicycle to somewhere. We've got SWL 90 checked in on a prior proxy. And SWL 91, the guy that helped me take the shutter off the camera and start the video tonight, Felix, staying up late. from the Bronx and enjoying the old Tube Radio Network and all the things that are with it. And he says, happy 4th of July to all. Thanks, Felix. I always know my video is working because I look and Felix is out there saying, yeah, I see you. Don't worry. Let's see. Let's go over to SWL 92. SWL 93. SWL proxy in 93. SWL 95. I'm trying to get the check-in, and there it is. Warthog 95. Checking in from Orlando, Florida. Good evening, everyone, and happy 4th to all. I was hearing Florida pretty good on 20 meters this afternoon, and I don't know if there was a contest going on, but 20 meters is... Oh, there's some people. Still open. Oh. Okay, there's one call, West Coast, or I'm sorry, the extreme East Coast via the Canadian and the VE2. So 20 is open, 14215. The bands are getting better. OBP even said the sunspot cycle is up. So 95 is in. Thank you from Florida. Let's go to, and I know this guy is there, SWL 96. Hello, Dennis. And he might not hear my peanut whistle station where he's at, but he did check in earlier on the old Tube Radio Network. It says, checking in early because the noise out here is not good. Just can't hear anything anyway. Thanks very much and have a great 4th of July. So it's noisy. I don't know. Hope my receiver's working. It seems less noise tonight than usual. Let's go over to SWL 97. And Boston 97 checking in, making it easy. Thanks for the people that I guess you don't have much of a delay because you check in and you're right there and I don't have to scroll through stuff. You'd think I'd know how to do that by now. Boston is in. Over to Robert, SWL 99. And if Tent Maker was out there, I would know about it. You would see me flinch in my chair as he piped his 40 dB signal into my headphoniums. Let's see, the Echo link is still up thanks to 23 Skidoo at, what's the number for that? 354870 node. Let's take a check-in to, let's go down to McClellanville, South Carolina. I believe Tony is somewhere on the line. We'll see if he can hear us tonight on Echo Link. Hello, Tony from KB6GFD.
SWL 100 checking in. Dennis, good evening. KD4BAO.
And you are sounding good from South Carolina. What is happening there tonight? Is it stormy? Are there things going on that keep you from working the radio? What's going on? Over.
Actually, tonight's a very nice night. No rain in the area. Going to have a visit from a tropical storm coming up the coast of Florida next week, probably around Wednesday, so we'll be getting plenty of rain then.
All right, well, hopefully it doesn't affect you too much, and you are doing good. Stay safe on the 4th. Thanks for jumping in and saying hello to us here on the old Tube Radio Network 73 from KB6GFD.
Dennis, 44BA.
All right, Tony checking in via the Echo link from South Carolina, where all is well right now. Let's go over to SWL 103. SWL 109.
Good evening, Dennis. This is Cardad checking in.
All right, sounding good. 109. Been on our list a long time. Sounding good here in Midtown Fresno tonight. Have a great 4th of July. All right. One of the major CB voices from up there in the hills, up in Aubury, Mr. Crawdad, who's been on our list a long time here on the old Tube Radio Network. Let's go over to SWL 110. Shortwave listener 111, who was here in the Tower of Power, but not this station, and checked in via the crossband. Robert, if you are listening on the whatever mode, we've got you checked in. Over to Sangertown for 113. And Levon, hello there, saying have a safe and happy Independence Day. And the OTR net type work, thank you, Levon. We are so far so good. I don't see any fires. Let me check the window. I don't see the fires. Is the window cadaver? Yeah, the window cadaver is out there sneaking in. I sort of turned the shade so it couldn't peek in, but I mean it's becoming part of the net here. So gotta have everybody can check in if they want to. Let's try SWL 114.
114 checking in.
114, you are in, Wayne. I've got you checked in. Thanks for listening in.
Thank you for the check-in.
Okay, and I'm trying to check in. 128, John mentioned earlier that he is checking in early. He's in one of those faraway time zones in Virginia, so he's going to be doing some 4th of July stuff with the family and needs to get an early start. Understand that. That may happen with a lot of people tonight, so if you need to check in and check out, thanks for stopping by. 128 is in SWL 131. SWL 133. Shortwave listener 135. I think I was told to proxy Mr. Green area, which I will. And also proxy in 137. And up to Course Gold, SWL 145. Oh, that's right. Tony is... oh, look at that. Tony is right there. Let's see if this is going to work. He mentioned that he would be checking in there.
KB6, GFD, AJ6.
Oh, look at that. Tony is right there. Let's see if this is going to work. He mentioned that he would be checking in there.
KB6, GFD,
okay.
AJ6.
Let me get rid of the feedback, Lou.
Tony is right there. Let's see if this is going to work. He mentioned that he would be checking in there. I'm sorry.
Hey, there we go. Hey, not a problem. Because of the delay, you've got to figure out which thing to turn up and which thing to turn down. But you're there and on cue. Tony, via the remote link up here, the 23 Skidoo Echo link, and you are sounding good, and we've got you checked in, and I hope you are enjoying your a little bit of holiday. Over. And my guess is that is a definite item. So thanks, Tony, for checking in. And thanks for checking in on the Echo Link, and we will catch you next time, 73, from KB6 GFD. Yeah, sometimes delays can be a kind of a wacky thing. Here's a station that needs no delay, SWL 147. Kakalaki, Fayetteville, saying, he is also visiting for the last time, hanging in Watsonville. All right, driving home Monday. All right, thanks for checking in. You are the right place in Watsonville. I have a feeling the weather is probably acceptable and not 100-something degrees like it gets to be here in the Central Valley. And let's see, for the last time. So That means we'll have to come and visit you if you're not coming back to CA. But anyway, glad you were able to make it down and do what you need to do. 147. And we are heading over to Snow Beast, SWL 188.
Good evening, Time Dennis. 188 Snow Beast Jr. checking in.
And sounding good doing it. Thanks for jumping into the old Tube Radio Network tonight.
10-4. Hope everybody has a great weekend this weekend and don't burn anything down.
We will definitely try. I think Jeff said that up in Mariposa it was sort of a no-no to do anything that required a match and a fuse and an explosion. So hopefully we will make it through this 4th of July without incident. Thanks for checking in. SWL 195. Up there in Course Gold. Always sounding good down here in Midtown Fresno. Thanks for jumping in tonight, Jim. And Neil says it's 66 degrees out there in Watsonville. Stand on your head, and at 99 degrees, that's what's going on here. I don't know if Jeff is in the big hill tonight or not, but we will call 226 over. And he might have been there. I'll get Jeff checked in. He sounded good last night on the Ditch Banks net up there at Mount Bullion. Let's see what else is going on. It says be sure to check into the world's shortest parade in Aptos at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I wonder if they're going to have somebody have a video of that. Mitch 23 Skidoo says that he will have the 23 Skidoo Mobile be making a special appearance in the parade. That must be his short wheelbase, the short wheelbase classic car. If you're going to have a very short parade, you don't want to be taking the Eldorado or the Sedan DeVille, right? You want to be using the Nash Metropolitan to get in there. Anybody else want to get in before we switch over to the Tube Radios? Old Tube Radio listening. All right, we'll keep it moving. I'm going to switch to the Tube Radio stuff, which means I have to run around and do a couple of things, but I will be back in hopefully less than 2 minutes, in which time you will have your Tube Radios ready, and we will be doing what we do best here on the old Tube Radio Network, and that is listening for those glow-in-the-dark radios. Back in a moment. And you are listening to the old Tube Radio Network.
You may not find us on your TV, because in case you did not know, we're being brought to you by
OTR.
brought to you by
27.085 megahertz.
brought to you by RADI.
The Old Tube Radio Network.
And everybody sounds excited here. Boy, that's loud. That is a little bit loud. Okay, they're excited too over in the radio room on the Old Tube Radio Network tonight, where real radios will be glowing in the dark thanks to our tube radio operators. My name is Dennis, the net control tonight. I'm just signing into the tube radio list here tonight for July 3rd, 2021. This is something we've been doing since the mid-1980s on this frequency, channel 11-27085. Oh, and a request. Some people wanting to know the crossband frequency. If you are cross-banding, you would be going to the FM frequency of 146.550 simplex, and hopefully within my very short antenna range, but it's always worth a try. All right, we're opening up the tube radio list for your check-ins here on OTR, and we will do what we do best, and that's listen for the tube radios.
45, 60.
And we have to, and I'll say the frequency again. It's 146.550 on the simplex. Hello, everybody. Joe, you are going to be radio number 2, so take a gander in the green room. We will be with you in a couple of minutes, and stepping up in the air chair from the high-altitude city of North Fork, Mr. Falcon, Paul. Hello, radio.
Hi there. I want to check in my general radio telephone, Super MC12.
Okay, Paul is not fooling around tonight. He is going to start with the rare of the rare, and that is the general radio telephone Super MC12. I know we have a picture. I'm not sure if it's from his collection or not, and it says that indeed it is. So let me move it over to the right spot and get my audio back where it needs to be, and say that is one heck of a radio, and you are sounding good. Over.
Yeah, good. I don't see the picture on my iPad, so I can't tell. I have to change the frequency on the thing, I guess, to get into you. Anyway, yeah, this is a real nice radio. It's the last one the general radio telephone made, and they did quite a few changes on the thing. They got rid of the ECL 800 and put an MC11A in the thing, which is quite a bit larger and more powerful. And really, I'll be honest with you, this thing has just got so many goodies in the thing. It's too bad they couldn't pass it on so more people could enjoy it. Back to you.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think they ended up making it too good, trying to compete with Browning and Tram, and it certainly does. And maybe they just that one toe over the line for the FCC. We've got the picture, and I think this is from your collection, because we've got, I don't know if it's the exact radio you're talking on. You may have had a couple of them, but it's got the flora and fauna out in the background, and it's shot outside. And they still didn't, the radio is fancy, but it's not too fancy. It's a transceiver. It's a single unit. It's not a separate transmitter and separate receiver. But as they used to say on the ad, it's what's inside that counts. And I hope you are hearing me okay. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, I went and changed and got into another area here, so now I can see a picture of it. That is my old radio. Well, it's not my old radio. It's the story behind that. Jim SWR1 had that radio back a number of years back, and I got it when he passed away. So this is the picture of the one is the old one that Jim had, so it's kind of a nice radio to keep around. But it did blow a transformer. So having a hard time finding a transformer, I went ahead and got another MC12. You're talking on it now. Thanks, Dennis.
Okay, and I wanted to put up the S meter just to show that you are not that far above the noise level tonight, but just hearing the audio sounds like the appearance of your signal should be more than it is. So that's not a slight to the radio. That's actually a kudos to the radio for having such great audio when the signal is below S9. Let me get to the other picture that I wanted to do. There it is. My notes say General Radio Telephone, Super MC12, very much like the MC11A as you mentioned. They changed out the tube. General Radio Telephone at the time was sold to Skyhawk Antenna Company. That would be about 1972. And they helped upgrade the MC12 with a much larger and powerful final audio tube, which you mentioned. And then it never really got a proper type acceptance by the FCC, and it was the last general radio telephone CB manufactured. Now, there is the MC100, the prototype, but for something that was out and about that you could buy off the shelf, whatever, this is it. Great audio. When you watch the replay, I'm sure you will be happy with the way it sounds. Thanks, Paul, for a very rare radio indeed tonight, the Super MC12.
Okay, well, I'll go over through this microphone on the thing is a general cell phone CM-3. So all the goodies to go with this particular radio, and I think it's got good modulation from the looks of the meter. Holding it pretty steady right now. Anyway, so thanks a million for checking in, Dennis. I appreciate it very much.
Thanks for bringing it by, getting us started off at 9:08 when we started checking the radio in the General Radio Telephone Super MC12. And Paul is not just around the corner. He's up in the foothills above Fresno here, probably about 35 miles away. So he's doing a really good job. The Old Tube Radio Network, we are going to radio number 2. And Joe, Mr. Hustler, is at the microphonium of something very glowing, I think. Hello.
Thank you, Dennis. Doggone it. Yeah, we'll get if you can hear us over all these firecrackers out here. We're keying up our 223, our Johnson Messenger with the original stock mic. And doggone it, these guys out here started these fireworks a little too early. In fact, I'm gonna go back out there and put the sprinklers on just to be on the safe side. Dennis, this is a 10-2 Johnson Messenger, 223.
Sounding good, E.F. Johnson. No, I even opened the window tonight because I thought we would be getting some crashes and bangs, and it's actually less. It is less noisy tonight than it has been for the past week, so maybe everybody is saving their stuff for tomorrow night. And yeah, I'm kind of glad that we're not doing OTR on the 4th of July. Maybe next year. It's probably might happen. So we are having some fireworks tonight, of course, with the tube radios. And this one is no exception from E.F. Johnson Company, used to making transmitters that weighed 80 pounds or more, and figured out how to do for the Class D 11 meters a radio that probably weighs about 17 pounds and includes a receiver. It sounds good. Take a transmission.
Thank you much on that, Dennis. Hey, I was just looking at this receiver speaker, and doggone it, I know I saw one that you guys talked about that was kind of speckly. Kind of looked like it had speckles on it. I had that problem, but I used some good old Johnson shoe wax, the dabber, the one you buy on the bottle, and you very lightly go over it a couple of times, and it gets rid of those speckles.
Oh boy, where's Cliff? I'll have to tell Cliff about that because he was talking about painting it or something, and that is a really super easy way to do. And I did not even think that they make that stuff anymore, but I guess they do. The little shoe polish liquid stuff with the applicator, little foam applicator, you can still get that, right?
Oh yeah. Doggone it. I always had used it on my speakers to kind of doll up the radios a little bit. I liked it because it was easy to work with. It wasn't messy, and you could take your time, and beautiful job that it does. We go over it a couple of times, the speckles will be gone. And if you've got a nice, if you want to touch up your black case, oh boy, you make it look like brand new. Anyway, that might be the tip for the night. But this is the old Johnson 223 Johnson Messenger.
Indeed. All right. If you're watching at oldtuberadio.net, the picture there on the video, there's what Joe is talking about. If you have the paint actually peeling off your speaker, you will see the little speckles of the chrome or whatever is beneath it. And then a little dab will do you of the shoe polish, whoever makes the the dark black shoe polish, and then you will go, what is it, voila, and your radio will look like that, or something close to it. So I always like OTR for these helpful tips and hints. Your audio sounds great as always. The radio is doing a good job, as it should. The Messenger 223 from E.F. Johnson, produced from 1969 to 1972. That was their final in the series of the Viking Messenger, or the white face, the Messenger 2, the black face, and then the 223, when they finally got all 23 channels and a built-in power supply. This one will not go mobile unless you do some fancy work, but it was made for the base station, and it's sounding quite nice. Thanks for bringing it by.
Question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, question over.
Okay. After you polish the speaker up with the shoe polish, do you buff it out with the chamois type thing? Do you like buff it up?
No, that's the liquid shoe polish. The one, the little squeeze bottle with a little foam applicator. All you do is just put that over it. That has a natural shine to it. If you get a hold of the good shoe polish, the black one.
Oh, no wonder I had a problem with the shoe polish getting stuck in all the holes in the speaker grill. Darn. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll like it. In fact, if the black case, like I did on my 148, my Cobra, and also my 2527, boy, it touches them up real nice. Makes the old case look like new. Hey, okay, thanks, Dennis, for letting me check this one in.
And thanks for bringing it by. And thanks, Harvey, for the clarification. And again, if you're watching the video, I hope you haven't tuned out and run for the shoe polish. Do not use the shoe polish paste, right? Do not do the Shinola paste. Do the liquid. It's like paint. It's basically painting. And I used to have some of that. It will dry up. My stuff is probably dried up. That's what happens. I get for wearing my tennis shoes to church. I should put back on my nice dress shoes, and I'd probably have some good shoe polish. You're listening to the radio, the old tube radio network, beaconing here from Central California, 27085, Channel 11, looking for the classic tube radios from the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, and also our shortwave listeners and anybody else that wants to stop by. We're looking for radio number 3. And what I might add, on a 4th of July weekend, where a lot of people are out doing stuff, so thanks to those who actually got checked in tonight, and the Jingle Singers are back. Enough of them are back from the limousine ride, so here they go. You're listening to OTR.
How do you do? Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you, wherever you are. The friendliest station for you by far is known to all as
OTR, the old tube radio network.
The station for you is
OTR.
And we're still looking for Radio 3.
How about number 7?
Number 7, jump up in the air chair for Radio 3 at 9:20, but don't take a transmission just yet. Who was the other station?
Number 2727.
All right, number 2727, that you'll be Radio 4, so jump off into the green room and we will get you shortly, Dwayne. And there was somebody else who would like to be Radio 5, over.
45.
45. All right, Paul, you'll be Radio 5 after our other radios. Anyone else while I'm open here? Okay, sounding good. So we've got Paul, and then Dwayne, and then up in the air chair right now, Mr. Ed. Radio 3 on the old tube radio network. Take a transmission.
Well, let's see. It looks like the needle is moving forward. So, yes, it is working. This is the Tram TR27E. Nice big green radio, 5x7 speaker. Nice big S meter that I can see even without my glasses. And Electro Voice 638 microphone attached.
All right, I like that. I like that radio already. For us old guys, you know, without the magnifier glasses and the big S meter. And tonight, what was it on Old Radio Nights? JT was using the Tram Titan 2, which actually, I believe, uses that very same S meter. So the Titan and the Titan II were the radios that followed that, I do believe, using the same S-meter. But this is probably, it'd be interesting to know the similarities, at least internally, between the 27E and what they did on the Titan. I know they added double sideband in the 2, but they're probably similar. It sounds good. Take a transmission. We'll get a full screen photo of what appears to be your radio, the one you're talking on right now.
Yes, I'm looking at the YouTube version there of the old tube radio, and yes, that is the very radio on which I am speaking. So, yep, that is a picture of the radio. The only little blemish is the little switch that's up there in the middle by the speaker, and that was put in there for another channel.
Let's see. He was talking about. Oh, I think I can zoom into that. There it is. The strange little switch. I guess that they didn't do too bad of a job putting that in there. I'm just wondering if that just was the best place for it to fit, if it was like a short lead to do whatever they needed to do. It's right near the channel selector, so my guess is the crystals or something are right in that area. But as you know, as we all know, you only need one channel for the old tube radio network. Over.
There you go. Yes, channel 11, and I've even got a couple of extra crystals just in case, so I can make sure I can get right here. And of course, variable tune, so that's not a problem either.
That's right. That was a way for the early sets when you were having to buy crystals before synthesis, when you could cut some of the crystals out, or the PLL chips, where you had to spend that $295 or $495 for each channel. If you VFO'd, if you will, the receiver, that took care of all those other crystals, and it was legal to the FCC. You could have a variable receive. You cannot have variable transmit. You got to have crystal control. So got to spend a little bit of money that way. And then, of course, a lot of times they gave you an external crystal socket, which may very well have been for a Civil Air Patrol if you wanted to do that way. Or instead of, turning the dial, you could just flip the switch and be on your favorite home channel, which, of course, we know is Channel 11. Thanks for Radio 3. It sounds great.
And thanks for checking me in, and I'll be listening for more of those tube radios.
Hey, as we all are, because this is the old tube radio network, and so we will be listening for radio number 4 at 9:25. And Dwayne has some new, children in the Radio Shack, and fortunately, some of them are 11-meter radios. Hello, Dwayne.
Hello, Dennis. Yep, number 27's checking in. Robin, Tango, 123 Bravo, with the D104 mic, and it is an amplified mic. It's got a little control on the bottom of it and a 9-volt battery. So 23 channels, and it's parked right here on 27.085.
Channel 11. There are some modifications. Show has modifications with little switches to get you on other channels and other frequencies. And just confirming, that is the big green machine, right? You've got little green inserts on your knobs and a green banner stripe across the bottom, and it's green.
Roger that.
And I believe for that Panasonic chassis, the Robin really got the deluxe model with the PA switch, the external speaker, all the lights. So you've got the good thing. And the range expand. You're using the D104. The range expand, what position is your switch in, off or on?
It's in the on position right now.
Okay, don't need to move a thing. The Robin T123 Bravo, always sounding good. And I'm going to put the S-meter up, so if you ever watch this video, you can give yourself a radio check. So go ahead and take another transmission.
All right. Number 27's taking another transmission and checking the S-meter here, so when I watch that rerun, I'll be able to see what the signal report is. And let's see, what else? It's got a fine-tune knob on it, and that works pretty well. I tuned you in to where you sound like you're on the Yaesu. So sounds really good.
Yeah, I should be right on frequency. So does your knob have a plus or minus or a 12 o'clock position on the fine tune?
No. Just has a little black dot there, and I have it in about the 9 o'clock position.
Okay, 9 o'clock. It's over that way, huh? Okay, let's try something. Before you go, I'm asking you to do stuff, and that is never a good thing for net control to do. It's like, just leave me alone. But anyway, we'll try something here to see how it works. I'm gonna make myself sound like sideband, and you, the astute radio operator on your Robin T123B, will make me not sound like sideband by moving your fine-tuned control and see if it actually works. So I'll talk a little bit as you rotate the control. And the other thing is, it could be off. I could have went the wrong way. So let me go back. We're going to go back to where your 9 o'clock position is. And then I'm going to move the other way so you can see maybe it's off just a little bit. All right, I moved the other way, and you can sort of follow me around. He's probably not doing any of this. And then we'll go back to your 9 o'clock position here on the old tube radio network over.
Oh, no, it followed you right along. Yeah, the first time when you went down, I didn't have much control left there, but the other way I did, I followed you right up. So, no, it works fine.
Okay, and that was my point, because in theory, I'm thinking that little black dot right now should be at 12 o'clock, so it's off a little bit that way. So you have a lot more play, if you will, on, I think, the low side and the high side. I broke FCC rules by moving more than about 700 cycles, but I had to do that for the test. The test is good. I always have fun when we get to test things here on the old tube radio network. You are sounding good, and thank you for radio number 4 tonight.
Oh, roger that, Dennis. All right, talk to you later. Number 27.
On your old tube radio network, 27085 here in Central California. Radio number 4, the Robin T123 Bravo from 1972 to 1976, where they switched to the 40-channel radios because the FCC said, you know what, you can't make the 23-channel radios anymore. Radio 5, waiting patiently. Paul, I hope you had a good time down in the green room. I was there before the net tonight, and things were going well, so hopefully it still is. But to step up into the air chair, take a transmission 45 over.
Yeah, it's also enjoyable. Enjoy the green room up there. You have a bunch of goodies in there. Thank you. Anyway, I want to check in another general radio telephone. It's my Super MC9.
The MC9. Okay, you fooled me. The audio is really smooth. It's loud, but I like the audio on this MC9, nice and smooth. And again, I think I am lucky enough to have a shot from your collection. Now, of course, it may not be the exact one you're using, but I see I think it's a CM3, the standard microphonium, the flora and the fauna, and we'll go back to you for a transmission on the general radio telephone, Super MC9 over.
Yeah, that's fine. That isn't the picture. This isn't the one in the picture. I got another one here. I like it a little bit better. I shouldn't say that. It works just as well. But anyway, this thing has a 24 channel thing. I got the Civil Air Patrol of this one, and had all the goodies. It's the start of the fancy radios, where they had the ECL 800 and this one here, first one to come out, and they did a few things, cut the grill down a little bit, and then I'm talking on a general ceramic microphone, a CM-2. This is really a strange mic. This thing you use for a club, I'll tell you. It's a heavy zinc alloy die cast in satin chrome made by Turner. Back to you.
37.
And 37, we'll mark you in for Radio 6. You will be next. The audio sounds good on that standard microphone. And the next thing I will do on your next transmission, we'll check the frequency, because sometimes if it's far enough off, that'll change the tone a little bit. And let's see, what else was I going to do? I guess that's it. I'm going to put the S-meter up as well, so if you watch the video back, you can give yourself a radio check. So back to you for a transmission. Over.
Okay. Well, I think... We'll see. Oh, when you get done checking it out, it looks like it is. I don't know. I hope I give you enough time on the thing.
Yeah, I didn't have to move much. It might be about 200 cycles low, 84.8.9, so the audio I'm getting is the audio I should be hearing. And indeed I am, and you could see the S-meter there, good strong signal, nice audio. This general radio telephone is still playing after all these years.
I hope Chris comes into the room. We maybe have a chance to get it with the generals tonight if somebody doesn't get into the Robins or something. Thanks for checking in, Dennis.
All right, thanks for checking it in. The Super MC9, that is a 10-tube transceiver. It will go 12-volt DC or 115-volt AC if you have the right cords. Looks like more information on Sam's, the book 16, page 39 is where it starts. And the tubes, that does have the ECLL 800 on the modulator, also 12AX7 on the mic preamp, and a host of others. Thanks for bringing it by. And at 9:33, stepping up into the air chair, Chris, Mr. Go Boy, if you can hear my weak signal.
Oh, I can hear you. No trouble at all.
All right. Well, I'm thinking that it might be a general radio telephone kind of evening, so I'm going to keep the Rolodex on G as you check in your radio.
You got it right. Anyway, Dennis, I want to check in my general radio telephone, the Super MC11A. Just like his, it's a 24-channel tuber that goes in the dark. And we're on this here with a handheld stock original microphone. Over.
Sounding good. The general radio telephone Super MC11A runs the ECLL 800 tube. I know that Paul said the MC12 they changed, but this is running probably pretty similar. How many tubes? Does this have how many tubes? Probably very similar. Oh, you know, it's only got 9 tubes, so they took something out. I think what they did is they might have taken out some type of something for the 12-volt. Because I noticed it said it has 2 transistors, so they might have some 12-volt conversion where they didn't need one of the tubes. But still running the ECLL 800 on the modulator output and the 12AX7A, and just sounding super loud on the stock microphone. Over.
Well, thank you, Dennis. Yeah, it just keeps on working, and it takes a lick and keeps on ticking. You know, it's like a Timex. You just don't want to stop.
And that's a good thing, because the old Tube Radio Network is like that too. We've been around for 35 years. You have been checking in radios, maybe not that one, but radios of various tube glowing sorts for all of that time, and we appreciate it. You are radio number 6. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, yeah, the first one was the ICO Sentinel Pro. Then I had I can't remember, it was a 4 or 5 piece one. I can't remember the name of it. That one, and I even checked in a Browning at one time, but this here just keeps on going.
And
number 7.
And that is a good thing. So thanks for checking in. Number 7, step up in the air chair. We'll be right with you. You will be radio, drum roll, please, radio 7 at probably 9:37. And what am I going to do? I was going to do the jingle singers, but what I'm going to do before that, if I can find the right... if I can find the right box here and see if it works. Yes, there it is. I wanted to show a picture of the big limousine that is out and about. If you're heading to the green room tonight, this is the one that's taken the jingle singers and the crew and just about anybody else who wants to fit into that. There it is, courtesy of Bob there, Bob and Steve. That is one honkin' automobile. And I think it actually has 2 different zip codes depending on whether you're sitting next to the driver or you're way in the back. But that's what's going on tonight in the green room with the limo. And that's just one of many. But if you want to do the big ride, we are ready to go. All right, we're heading over to radio number 7, which is SWL7. Hello, Ed.
And hello, OTR. Golden Eagle Mark III SSB with a Golden Eagle D104 attached.
Browning Golden Eagle. Boy, that has some good high-frequency Browning audio. Let me get the Browning Laboratories Incorporated item. I do believe I have a picture of that, and believe it or not, you are the first Browning checking in this evening.
Wow. Well, we'll just have to get some more Brownings in there before the night is over.
And my guess is you are not far off in that respect, because I think that's probably what will happen. Or if past network episodes are any indication, that certainly will happen.
Well, I'm hoping so, because the Browning is definitely my favorite radio.
And I would say that a lot of people listening, it is indeed their favorite radio as well. Radio number 7 tonight, the Browning Golden Eagle Mark III SSB. The one with the big transmitter that matches the receiver. They did have an AM version of that, which is probably about $200 less if you were purchasing it from your favorite electronics store. But this one is the one that was popular for, I don't know, $700, $800, depending on what year you bought it, whether it was 1972 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, and built, I would say built like a tank, but it's built like a Browning, still built by Browning, and they work quite well and sounding good. Take another transmission on Radio 7 tonight, and thanks for bringing it by.
Well, thank you for letting me check it in, and with that, we'll listen for some more radios.
All right, we will do that. I also want to check in, if I can find the right page here. SWL 13, Mr. Cobra, Mike is up on the big page. Actually, I did have him checked in. I knew he would be by, but Mike, if you're listening, we do have you officially checked in tonight on the Old Tube Radio Network. And we are looking for radio number 8, and the Jingle Singers are they're back out of the limousine, at least enough of them once again, and they will tell you this about that.
What are the magic numbers?
27.085 megahertz, channel 11.
Are the magic letters?
OTR.
Right here in
Fresno, California.
Radio Magic.
Old Tube Radio.
For you.
Listening for Radio 8. And Radio 8 is going to happen. Hello, Joe. Step up into the air chair at 9:41. 23 Skidoo makes the comments. All these generals tonight and nary a Q-bird. The tone call Q-bird made its exit on General Radio Telephone MC6. But it's definitely on the 5, so we'll see what we can get. But I know we're going to get a good one now. Radio number 8. Hello, Joe.
Thank you there, Dennis. And boy, you're sounding mighty fine on this radio. Doggone it, the tone is just right. Boy, everything's just looking good, too. This is my Robin T123B, Dennis, with a few extra channels on it. And of course, a lollipop, a powered lollipop.
Seems to be a microphone of choice for that Robin. I think our earlier Robin had the D104 as well, sounding good, although we're showing the standard microphone that comes with us, and those work well also, even though they're pretty tiny. You can get some decent sound out of that, but I think we've proven through testing that the D104 probably does a little bit better job, and if you need to range expand or a little extra audio, it will do as well. It will work as well. Your Robin sounding good. Channel 11. Do you have to have you marked down what position the switch is in, so when it says 11, it actually is 11, or is that not a problem?
No, not a problem. It's dead on 11. I think anything from below 11 becomes an extra channel when I do the switches. When I put that one up and this one down, and channel 11 will stay 11, but the lower channels like 10 might be 35. I'm not sure. I've got a couple of frequency counters. I've been wanting to set them somewhere around here, a little bit too hot to put on top of the radio, but maybe I'll figure something out. I'll get one and mount it on the table there, and we'll kind of clear that up about what's what here. But other than that, the old mod light is glowing, the text light is on, and the meter is telling me that it's happy.
Okay, well, I know it's happy because it's Saturday evening and it's jumping in on the old Tube Radio Network. Well, that's good. See, if it was me, I would get confused if you had to have all the switches in the right position, but it sounds like 11 is always going to be 11, so you can't, and that's good. You can't go wrong. The switches can be wherever, but you will always have the old Tube Radio Network frequency at your fingers. Radio 8, the Robin T123B, that's the one. That is 11 tubes. The Generals were 9 and 8 tubes. I don't know how they did it with fewer tubes, but the Robin T123B using 12 tubes and 2 transistors as well, which I think is for the DC to DC conversion, sounding good. If you go to oldtuberadio.com, it looks like there's an operator's manual to peruse and or download, and a schematic as well. But the radio is working fine and no operator error, so you need neither of those. Back to you for transmission. Thanks for bringing it by.
Well, thank you, Dennis. I think if I did look at that manual, I probably would learn something out of the back of this radio, which it can go mobile. I'm not sure how that's hooked up. And it's got a meter adjustment there, so you can put it on 0. It also has, I guess, a little tunable wattage deal in the back. And we don't know how to mess with it, but as for that, we don't even bother to look in the back or know that there's a back to this radio. We just deal with what's in front. And the way it's going, I guess it'll stay that way for a bit.
And that's good, because that'll keep us checking it in as we like to do. And, of course, that sounds good enough. The Robin can be a daily driver. Someone mentioned that you might have to do the frequency switch hokey pokey. You know, you put the left switch up and the right switch down, and you turn around or whatever, and then you get on the right frequency.
Yeah, that was pretty good, Dennis. Yeah, but we have tried the little switches, and they do work. Starting from at the bottom, channel 1, you're automatically on 26, and it goes up from there until you become back on 11 again. A pretty nice little operation. But anyway, thank you for letting me check in this 11 tube T123B, Robin.
As always, it is my pleasure, and as a net controller, I think I sign a paper and take an oath saying that I will check in as many old tube radios as possible and try to make sure that even if they are far away, I will scrunch the headphoniums to my ears and make sure they get checked in. But of course, I'm not doing that with your signal because it's excellent and sounding good. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Dennis. And we'll let the old channel rock.
You're listening to the old tube radio where my receiver tonight is unusually quiet. Unusually quiet, so I guess I can't complain. Outside, where it should be incendiary devices, it is unusually quiet, so maybe I'm in some strange time zone. Even the old tube radio window cadaver is behaving tonight.
Well, the band's on intermission right now, and I certainly don't want to barge in on anyone else. But if it's an appropriate time for something from the radio lounge, we're ready.
Yes, this is. I'm looking. This is actually the barge-in frequency. Over.
Oh, good. Well, if it's an appropriate time for your listening pleasure, I've got something. It's not making any sounds like a Piccolo Pete's, nor are sparks really flying out of it, thank God. But it does have a delightful magic eye tube on the front. A Robin 123.
Okay, a radio that is safe and sane. Let's see if I do have a picture. I do have a picture of the 123. No B, no A, and the magic eye tube is ready to go, and no doubt you are making it dance as you press the push to talk on radio number 9.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's funny that you'd say something about the push to talk lever on this D104. I guess I hadn't been paying attention to it on what was the original amplified mic I had. Well, it wasn't original. I think I had a Turner Plus 2 on my Browning radio. That for me, I certainly don't mean to badmouth someone's microphone, but for me, I just didn't really care for that. It looks pretty cool. But I think ergonomically, it just, for my hands, it was just a little clumsy to operate. I much preferred this particular microphone over that one, but I'd had my first mishap just a few days ago, as a matter of fact. I hadn't been paying attention to the, I guess the little apparatus, I don't know, what, a lock to talk, whatever, maybe you can help me out on this. I don't know if there's a specific name for that little part of the microphone that you slide up to kind of keep the lever on this thing actuated so I can speak into it. Anyways, you press the button like you're going to talk, you slide this thing up, and it keeps the microphone turned on. For the first time ever, I didn't realize that thing was slowly creeping up on me, and that doesn't seem like it's possible or it makes sense, but it did. And I couldn't figure out why this microphone wasn't unkeying, and there it was. It was just a couple millimeters, but it was enough to keep the talk button down.
Yeah, just trying to fool you. It's trying to keep you on your toes. Lock to talk is good, or 23 Skidoo says it's called the slide. That's sort of like a new dance for OTR. You do the slide with your index finger or the thumb, or maybe you do it with your pinky. You do the little push and then slide, and then you're on the air, unless of course your lock to talk slide has slid.
Say that 10 times fast. Well, whatever it is, it's a fun microphone to use on this particular radio. I do like to use it, especially now, and things are kind of winding down. And I don't particularly feel like screaming into a microphone. It's great. I like doing it. I have to admit, it's been, I don't remember really listening to myself, at least from the radio lounge. I don't remember listening to any playback with me on this particular radio. Maybe I had to try that at some point in time. But for what it's worth, even though I can't verify it by what I'm listening to, the magic eye on this particular radio is definitely winking and blinking at me, and this is nice because you can use this illumination here in a festive atmosphere, and you can use it inside, and it's not going to choke you out with firework exhaust. So fun to look at and celebrate with.
Very good, yeah.
And speaking of mics and firework exhaust, it's doing well. It's creating Radio 9 audio the way it should, and the fans of Robbins are excited, mainly because we've got another one on the list, but the one that we don't hear that much, and that's the 123 with the magic eye. Why aren't we seeing that? We're seeing the S meter. Let me go back to the radio picture, and this one is showing the MT1. That's the Robin desk mic that goes with it, and that apparently, I'm just checking here, and the breaker acknowledged, don't go away. Let me see if that has a slide. a lot to talk. As 23 Skidoo says, if it's an amplified mic, then it's the electric slide. Or if you've been at the barbecue, as I know you've had, and you haven't used the napkin, it might be the slip and slide. Anyway, back to you for transmission, then we'll pick up that other station to get our double-digit radios. Thanks for bringing by the Robin. Over.
Okay, I'm going to get out of here real quick so the other gentleman can chime in there. I will be clear on your next transmit, or after this particular one I'm transmitting on right now. How is this other person communicating with you? Is this like Facebook posts, or what is this? These are delightful comments he's making.
Well, first of all, it's at Smart Alec 23, and if you were to go to the video page, whatever the video thing is, I don't even know. I don't even know what we do. I just check in radios. If you go to the YouTube video or just connect the link, if you've got the thing on your phone, just link up to the URL for the YouTube, and there is a chat window, the Charlie Hotel Alpha Tango window, in which case there are some chatteers listening to you and making comments. And speaking of making comments, hello 20.
Hello, Dennis. Okay, number 20 on my Fleet Courier 30B Plus.
Ooh, something different. Fleet Courier. So I'm not sure if I look in the Rolodex, if I should be looking under Fleet. If I should be looking under Courier. I will try looking under Courier and see if I can get Fleet Courier. And what is the full name again? Over.
Fleet Courier 30B Plus, Plus, and Paul had one, and there is a picture.
Okay, and I have found said picture of Fleet Courier 30B Plus from the collection of Paul. A great radio, reminds me, of course, of the general radio telephone with the rack handles, although these look like they stick out a little bit longer, or a little bit farther. And it's got the nicely laid out, but simple front end of a general radio telephone, but of course it's from Courier. We will talk more about it when you take a transmission. Over.
Okay. Yeah, the rack handles do stick out quite a bit. They don't pinch your fingers like the general radio telephone rack handles do. This has got a hand mic, a Turner 355C.
355C. I'm showing one in the picture. It is sort of, black teardrop style with horizontal bars across and the Courier meatball logo in the center. So it's working. The audio is loud, but it's, I hate to use the word distorted. It's fuzzy. It's the clarity, the articulation isn't there as much as it might be, but I'm hearing you 100%. I'm not sure if it's the fuzziness is because it's overdriven. We could do a little test, but the volume is good, so I'm not exactly sure. But maybe it's just the nature of the beast. But I can hear you okay. Over.
Well, if I don't eat the mic, maybe that'll help.
Well, we'll take a longer transmission, and we'll see, because it'll be on the archive, just to see if it changes or gets any better or worse or whatever.
Okay. I'm not eating the mic now. I've got two other mics that I can put on this thing. This is what came with it, so this is what I'm using.
All right, just for kicks, move back even farther.
Okay. I'm in the backyard. How's that?
All right, move back. I'm serious. Move back even farther or talk softer.
Okay. That's farther, and especially you can talk softer.
All right, now it's the microphone, because as you move farther back, when I start losing the volume, then it is hard to hear you because the distortion is still there.
Did you say the distortion is still there?
Yes, it makes no difference. I think it might make a difference if you get right up on it, but when you move back, it doesn't. The clarity doesn't seem to improve, as if it were an overdriven thing.
Okay. I've got a different mic on it now.
Oh, do tell. All right, your audio gain is down, but we might be better with the clarity. Go ahead and take a transmission.
Okay. I turned the gain up a little bit. How's that?
Now it kind of sounds like the other microphone.
Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. Sounds like the other microphone?
Actually, it sounds like it might be even worse than the other microphone for clarity when you turn it up too much.
Give me a count of about 5 and I'll grab the third mic.
Okay, microphone number 1, microphone number 2. This is archived on the video and at oldtuberadio.net, and here comes microphonium number 3 on the Courier Fleet. What is this? Courier 30, Fleet Courier 30B. Over.
Courier 30B plus. Third microphone. I don't know how this is going to work, but I will give it a shot.
All right, I like that one better. Comments, anyone?
Sounds right.
Is it loud enough?
It cleared up a whole bunch, Harvey. Yeah, it sounds more like the natural mic.
Okay, I turned it up a little more. How's that?
I don't think you need to do that.
I don't need to do that?
You do not need to do that. Otherwise, it just brings in a lot of room echo.
That's because the idiots around me are shooting off fireworks.
Yeah, there you go. No, I think this is a better, for clarity, a better microphonium that you have now.
Okay, amplified D104. Possibly, if I ran an unamped D104, got into it a little bit, turned the gain up in the radio, it might be better.
It could be, because the D104 is giving you, as Mr. Bob Heil would say, the articulation that was missing. There may still be a little fuzziness and distortion, but the extra punch in the high mids helps out a lot.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I changed all 4 electrolytics in the audio section of this radio. Yeah, it didn't make much of a difference, I guess. But it needed to be done. Okay. That's this one. I got another one.
All right, it is the 10 o'clock hour here on the West Coast. We'll be counting and amounting, but the check-in list is still open for your radios of pleasure. This is the Old Tube Radio Network.
Can I check this one in?
Oh, yeah, boy, there is some articulated audio.
Oh, yeah. Plate modulated, and the plates are not made in China. The plates are made in the U.S. of A.
And like Irving, even on the range, you have 2 sets of plates or dishes.
Oh, yeah. This is my A. Whoops. I gotta lock it on. Hold on. Where do I gotta go here? Down here. Alrighty. This is my Browning Golden Beagle from Browning Laboratory. There we go, with the custom D104.
You know, getting the Browning Lavatories sound effect is almost as difficult as trying to get Bozo Control to honk the proboscis.
Well, let's try it this way then. Yeah, my lavatory radio.
Comment?
It's sounding good in the comment go over.
That's kind of a peculiar sound, and I hate to trek out on everyone. That almost sounds like tribbles whenever we're next to a Klingon. I don't know if anyone remembers that thing, but sorry, I'll back out of here.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Something is lost in the translation somewhere on that sound effect.
Well, try to do the best I can with it, but I don't know. I might have to do it from farther away. What do you think?
No, I think what it is you have a sound effect that to your ears through the little speaker sounds acceptable to the sound effect it's intended to be. But then it gets transduced into another device, and then it gets sent over the air, and then it gets detransduced. I don't think that's a word. It gets spit out on yet another device that also does not do it justice and loses something in the translation.
Okay. You know, I've never tried it this way. Now, what did that sound like?
Over you to Michael.
Number 7.
Go ahead, Ed, over.
Well, another Golden Eagle, R68, T68 before you sign off.
All right, and yours doesn't seem to be making those strange sounds like Harvey's does.
Oh, I lost my finger on that one. On the key up. No, just the banana mic, and of course this one was brought back to life by a good old Harvey also.
Harvey's such a great guy, and the model on this Browning Golden Eagle, I wrote half of it and then I forgot what I was supposed to write.
Yes, the R68 T68 Golden Eagle by Browning, no mark.
Okay, that happens to be the picture that we were actually looking at. And let's see, the Peanut Gallery, Harvey, says that that your sound effects sounded kind of like a turkey. Okay, I'm trying to picture this one. It sounded like a turkey on crack.
All right, I can go with that.
All right, well, that's good. I hope you have the visual on that because I don't. Radio number 12. Of course, 11 is the Browning Golden Eagle R68 T68, but it's actually the Browning Lavatories Golden Beagle. But Radio 12 is indeed the Browning Laboratories Golden Eagle R68 T68, and it sounds good, Ed.
Well, thank you very much for letting me check this one in, and I'll go ahead and finish by listening because I do not have another radio warmed up.
Okay, well, it's getting that time. And Harvey, Chrissy said, her comment says, it did seriously sound like, and I have to say the T word, it did seriously sound like a toilet flushing in the beginning, and then it got sick. So figure that one out.
Well, that's after the 4th of July coming up, and that's kind of what may happen.
Well, we hope not.
Okay. I can't find the original sound effect that actually sounded good, but this is the one I've got, so I'm going to use it. And that's all I got.
Well, it's still good, and it plays well whether it's a turkey or a sick or whatever. It seems to work. I'm counting and I'm mounting here, and I'm checking on something. 81, Steve. Okay, somehow I thought I missed Steve. Steve, if you're listening or whatever, Mr. Unicorn, I did get you checked in. Somehow I looks like I missed that, but maybe not. All right, anybody else? Anybody else for radios, flushing things, turkeys, what have you, here on the Old Tube Radio Network?
Well, no turkeys, but how about another robin?
We can do yet another robin. Let me erase the radio that's there because it's not a robin, and go ahead with your robin. Over.
Well, I am on my my 120 robin T123B that is making me feel uncomfortable, and I'm really having to raise my voice. And I'm kind of mesmerized. It's hard for me to even speak because I'm looking at the middle of three lamps on the front of the radio, which is the modulation lamp, or at least three lamps that are right next to the speaker. And boy, this sucker is just not really doing much of anything unless I really get aggressive here and yap into it.
It sounds good. I don't think it's as loud as the other radio, but when you do get into it, it should have no problem being heard, and it does sound good.
Oh, good. Well, that's nice to hear. One of my goals, I'm just now, now that I'm kind of looking at the front of the radio, one of my goals that I was going to try and accomplish a few weeks ago, and of course I haven't done it, is there's a couple buttons just to the very, very, very right of the face of the radio. The top one is an external speaker button. And I've always been curious to try and plug in an external speaker here and tag that button. I think that's kind of a cool feature, and I don't know anyone who's ever used it. I know you can do these on. Well, I think you can do it on the regular 123 as well. Although there isn't a button to press if you're going to do that. Anyways, I was going to try that. I didn't do it on here, so maybe at some point in time. But right side of the radio, yeah, you got the external speaker button that you can tag, and then I think if you do that, there's a light that's going to light up just to the left of the speaker, and likewise on the right side of the face of the radio, there's a PA button, and if you tag that. Again, to the left of the speaker, there's a little PA lamp that's going to illuminate, just to kind of tell you what options you've selected when you're having fun on this guy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and I think, again, on this Panasonic chassis, it seems like the Robin got all the extras. It got all the buttons, it got all the lights. It seems cool. I don't know if you can get them all going on at once. I think if you're on the external speaker, you may not have an RX light because you're... No. Yeah, you will. Let's see, TX. You can't get the TX and the RX to go together, but you should be able to get the modulation, external speaker. Oh, the PA. See, the PA is going to be your transmitter, so... You can get enough. I guess at some point you want to punch them all in their various order just to see if they're actually, the bulbs actually work.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if there's someone else that's trying to chime in there, so again, I'll kind of cut this short. Those two extra lamps that I was just kind of bringing up, the external speaker lamp and the PA lamp, if you tag those buttons, whether you have any external equipment hooked up or not, if you tag those buttons, they do illuminate, and you illuminate quite well compared to my modulation lamp that's going on right now. But there it is. So I think I'll back out again. I know that there's a possibility of someone else wanting to chime in here. But again, happy 4th of July to everyone. Whatever we said it was. Oh goodness, 2:45, something like that. Whatever. Happy Independence Day to everyone. And after OTR or maybe tomorrow. If you haven't watched, there was a series a long time ago that HBO put out called John Adams. If you haven't watched that little mini series, what a just a phenomenal show that was. So, anyways, happy 4th to everyone, and what a pleasure it is to listen to all these great radios the night before the 4th of July. So, thank you, sir. I appreciate it, and 73 $.
All right, and 245 is correct. And the comment, which we will take here in seconds, is from another 123B operator. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, just to comment on that, these little buttons here, because I hooked up an external speaker, and these do lock in. I hooked up an external speaker for the radio, and it stays locked in, and the light will stay lit. And the same way with the PA button. As you're transmitting, it will stay locked in until you release it.
Oh, that's absolutely spectacular. I don't remember hearing anyone that's tried that. That's great.
Yeah, no, I thought you'd appreciate that. Yeah, I have used an external speaker, and it does lock in all the time that it's being used, and the light stays lit, to let you know that that's in service.
And since you have functional switches with the holes already drilled in the front, I suppose if you thought you would never use a PA, some of the SWLs are saying, well, there you've got a switch and a hole already drilled that you might be able to repurpose it to do something else. Whether it's, I don't know, you could change, like Joe's got on his with the extra switches. You could put it in switching something, or what did they'd say, running an external ALC for an external amp. So it's kind of nice that you have maybe more things than you need that are available to do whatever they need to do. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's a great radio. It is radio. You are lucky, Radio 13. With the Robin tonight, and I'm looking at the time at 5:15. I'm trying not to go too long tonight because a lot of people are cutting out early and there's things going on and all of that. But I want to make sure we get everybody that has a radio that wants to check in checked in. And the 123B is looking good for Radio 13. And the Jingle Singers are ready to go. What are they doing? The final thing? No, they're pointing. They're not doing the final. What? Oh, I know. I know which one they're doing. You're listening to OTR.
You're tuned to
OTR. Channel 11.
Right here in
Fresno, California.
Stay with us.
Old Tube Radio.
And the modern.
OTR is counting and amounting. Okay, I think, are we ready here? I think we're ready. Where's the orchestra? They're not still in the limousine. No, they're out there. I thought maybe they were still in the limousine somewhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, time now for the current OTR totals.
Current and final totals. Okay, I will try to make this quick and not dilly-dally too much. The Old Tube Radio Network totals, a copyrighted feature of the Old Tube Radio Network, where we read off what has happened. The totals tonight: 17 SWLs stopped by from page 1, 16 from page 2, 15 from page 3, and, wow, 25 from page 4. That's almost the whole page, I think. For a total of 73. We are in week, if you're playing the home game, we are in week 5. So next week will be week 6 out of 8. Radios tonight, there were 13, not too bad. I really thought it would be much slower tonight as people are out doing things or hiding hiding under the bed from all the noise. But there were a lot of safe and sane radios, starting with, and who was the most heard manufacturer? I'll tell you in a bit. We started out with the General Radio Telephone Super MC12, super rare and super loud from Paul. Radio number 2 was the E.F. Johnson Messenger 223. And Hustler brought that one by, always sounding good. Radio number 3, Mr. Ed on the Tram TR27E. Dwayne came by with one of his new radios, the Robin T123B. Then we went back up to North Fork for Paul on the General Radio Telephone Super MC9. Sounding really good. I like the mellow audio of that one. Radio 6, the General Radio Telephone Super MC11A from Chris. That is the Thrift Store Special. Radio number 7 from SWL7, the Browning Golden Eagle Mark III SSB. Radio 8, the Robin T123 Bravo, and that is from Joe's collection. That was followed by Mike on his Robin T123 with the Magic Eye. Then the Fleet Courier 30B+. I finally wrote it correctly so I could say it correctly from Harvey, made us into Radio 10. He also came by with the Browning Laboratories Golden Beagle R68 T68. And I don't know, I managed to check it in as Radio 11, but I noticed I was feeling a bit flushed during that whole encounter. Radio 12, Mr. Ed on the Browning Golden Eagle R68 T68. And Radio 13, Mike was on his Robin T123B. Well, tonight we had 3 General Radio telephones. We had 3 Browning Golden Eagles. And we had 4 Robins. So, yet again, the Robins have flown above the Eagles and are the most heard manufacturer tonight, although, as you know, as you well know, we'll take anybody, anywhere, we like them all on the Old Tube Radio Network. But doggone, those Robins seem to be doing a good job around here.
Yay!
Yeah, not a speck of skip, at least that I heard tonight. Hello to all those listening. Let's see who is out there, if there's any comments that I need to talk about. Tonight to Mr. Brown Dog Audio. Joey L., hi from the Van Man in Kentucky. And he's got a Mark III Eagle. I wish we could hear it. The skip from nighttime from here to Kentucky probably is non-existent. Although, give us another couple years in Cycle 25. We may be chatting with you on that Mark III. Good night to San Francisco, Fresno, North Fork, Springdale, Visalia's in. I missed Visalia. Hello to you. Illinois still in. Mold is having breakfast with the Old Tube radios tonight. Very good. Canby, Oregon. Belfast, and I don't remember where you said you were. I know a lot of people were at different spots tonight. The bands are looking good.
20-something in the evening, so...
That's 20 meters.
Morning, so, yeah, it's going to get up about 30, I think 1 or 2 probably tomorrow.
Man,
so
big signals.
It's really pretty decent weather for this locale for this time of the...
Big signals rolling in tonight. 40 meters. Are the DX guys on? 40 is lacking. Let's see if any AM guys are on. Any AM guys on 75. I don't hear a carrier. Pretty quiet there. 20 is your best bet, but I bet you're going to have a...
I'm not sure what this other one is.
A big antenna.
I'm trying to figure it out.
There we go. There's the...
I'm not sure what that is.
There's the high power guys on 75.
Some kind of weird like a square box
Staying up all night.
with a couple legs coming
Talking
out.
about something. Your Old Tube Radio Network. Good night, everybody. Thanks to SearchLawrence.com from the Nixie Tubes. Thanks to all of you for 35 years of glow-in-the-dark radio. We'll be back next week. Stay safe and sane tomorrow.
Thanks, Dennis, and thanks to Bozo Control.
Thank you, Dennis, and thank all the Robins.
Yeah, most heard again tonight. Baker Oscar, Zulu Oscar. And Richard saying they had Skip from Hawaii. Okay, coming into Southern California on Channel 11. So maybe they're back. I think they're kind of past the gray line for them, but maybe not. We don't have, you know what, we don't have the ocean here. The Southern California guys, all the South Bay areas and stuff like that, at least they've got an ocean to skip in on. We'll be listening for whatever's happening.
How much fun flying is there?